Yo, fam, what's good with you? Look, fam, look, this is just a quick public service announcement from your boy. Look, fam, check out the 2A-N-LA official merchandise store. We got some of the hottest gear out there, whether it's your Right to Bear Arms cap or your 2A-N-LA Love Guns cap or that Love Guns tumbler. That's no joke. And for you more sophisticated folks, you know you got that Love Guns wine chiller. All right. If you look down in the description of the video, you'll see the link to the official 2A-N-LA store. 100% of the proceeds from the store go directly back into the channel to bring you better content. All right. Thanks. Let's get this video rolling. YouTube family, what's good with you? It's your boy 2A-N-LA, and as always, fam, anything I say in this episode, prior episodes, and future episodes is just my personal opinion. Don't take it as fact. Don't take it as law. Always do your own homework and come up with your own conclusions. Right about now, fam, I should go ahead and tap that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. Come on in. You can join the congregation by smashing that subscribe button and requesting all post notifications. And if you are an existing supporter of this channel, I appreciate you more than you can possibly imagine. You are the reason this channel is anything. All right, fam. So look, almost a year ago, I talked about my journey, my quest to become a superhero and have supernatural powers. And of course, I was talking about night vision. Now, at the time, it was more like a wish and a prayer. All I had was a bump helmet. That's it. And with nothing on it, just a bump helmet. And I'll put a picture up there so you can check that out. But look, fam, I told you guys that this was going to be a process. And sometimes I think I say that and then you guys think, oh, I'm going to pop up instantly. But this has been a very long and measured journey. And so I am very, very close, fam. Very close. And so I'll start off with what took me so long. Night vision is very expensive, and I don't want to make it seem like, because you guys are going to be like, well, look at all your guns, look how much money you spend on your guns, blah 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 blah. 100%, no doubt about it. Given the cost of my firearms, I certainly could have afforded night vision. The difference between my firearms and night vision is that, typically speaking, I can use and shoot my firearms whenever I want to. I kind of view night vision as a like to have, not a must have. And so I was really kind of focused in on my gun journey, and my night vision, I viewed it as more of a long-term project, because how often am I really going to use my night vision? Well, a couple of things have happened. Number one, I joined a gun club that I have access to outdoor facilities 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay, so now I really can see getting some practical use out of night vision versus maybe just a few times a year kind of thing. So that got me motivated. That got me motivated to get it in gear. The other thing I discovered is a lot of kind of high-end parts that I would want, kind of IR illuminators, goggles, all these things, like, they're not easy to find. They're not easy to find. They are often out of stock. A lot of these companies sell to government contractors, and civilians are kind of an afterthought. So trying to locate all the stuff that I wanted proved to be far more difficult than I originally anticipated. And so that got me thinking about, okay, well, what kind of setup do I want? At first, I was just going to go all out and go crazy, right? Get the best of the best of the best. And what I really started to think about when I bought my bump helmet. It's a hardhead veterans helmet. It's a well-constructed helmet, a good helmet, but a relatively, helmets are typically relatively inexpensive, right? A few $100 typically. And so I got that helmet and I thought this would be great. Now, ballistic helmets serve a purpose, a specific purpose. You know, if I'm going to be in an environment where I am doing military style training for military type events, then yeah, I want a ballistic helmet. But most of the time, I'm just doing night shooting with my buddies and my friends and going out and have a good time, or you know, if I get into hunting. So for that, you want something lightweight. You want something like a bump helmet. And so that's why I started with the bump helmet. And then I started looking at, well, am I going to put all this expensive gear on my bump? Or am I going to wait and pick up a ballistic helmet and do it then? And so I kept kind of going back and forth. In the meantime, I'm buying other firearms and doing other things. I never felt pressed to hurry up and get this done. I wanted to wait until the purchases made sense and I can make the build make sense and make the build make sense in my head. And once it did, a light kind of went off and said, well, if I'm going to have night vision, I probably want night vision setups on multiple rifles, right? And I probably don't want to be moving gear from rifle to rifle to rifle. So I wanted certain setups on certain rifles. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to have a bump helmet setup, and that's just kind of for fun, and if you're getting out there, do I want to blow the bank on that? Or do I want to do something that's relatively more affordable? And then for my more serious setup, spend money on that. So that's kind of what I did. So right now, I'm right at the point, fam, where I'm ready to roll out, very close to rolling out my budget setup. So I showed you my helmet before. Let me let you take a look at it now. As you can see, I've added a mount to it. I've got an admin light on it. I've got my Ear Pro. I've got my counterweight. I've got my strobe. I've got my white light, and it's also an IR illuminator. So it's a 2-in-1 deal that can serve to add additional support to my my illuminator on my firearm. So I really am liking this setup. Now this is pretty budget friendly. I'm not saying it's cheap, and I'll do a subsequent video that kind of goes over everything in detail, what I did, how I put it together. But this is going to represent my budget setup. And the only thing it's really missing is the actual night vision, which is the most important part, right? But we should get that in short order. And when that comes in, it's going to lead to a series of video. I'm going to do a video on my helmet setup. I'm going to do another video on my rifle setup, and then I'll do another video on the night vision itself. And I'll kind of talk about how my budget setup all kind of works together. Now we're also going to be doing a high-end setup with a ballistic helmet, probably an OpsCore helmet, and we'll build that out, and then we'll have a more higher-end rifle setup. So we'll talk about that more when we get into the specifics of the builds, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on my night vision journey. We are almost there, fam. I am almost a superhero. All right, that's it for this episode, fam. Until next time, as always, take care of one another and peace.